Here comes your pre-market summary for Tuesday, February 14th. Happy CPI Day. Thought I was going to say Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day as well. It's also CPI Day. Coming up at 8:30, we'll get the January inflation number, which is going to be the main event of not only this morning, but the entire day potentially. Make sure you're with us live for that. 8:25 we'll be coming on to bring you that live as it happens at 8:30. Most analysts expecting a slight move back to the upside this morning with this inflation data, so we'll see how it comes out. Right now, pretty quiet. Here's how futures are shaping up. 0.3 for the S&P in positive territory. Same story for the NASDAQ after a big day yesterday. 0.45 back to the upside, 0.1 for the Dow there. So nice positive numbers outside of oil. 1.45 to the downside so far this morning. Bitcoin and Ethereum popping back higher as well. Futures edging higher ahead of CPI data to come, as I mentioned this morning. A number of individual movers, obviously Palantir with a pretty good report forecasting profitability this year. How about Palantir back in positive territory, as I mentioned, in a big way so far this morning in pre-market trading. We'll have a look at that coming up. NVDA to the upside on a Bank of America note. Very positive note, in fact, pointing to further upside potential surrounding this AI craze that's underway. They raised their price target on NVIDIA, but also maintained a buy rating. AMD getting the same from benchmark analysts. Price target increase, maintained a buy on AMD, so we'll talk about the chips. Tesla, not a huge story, but New York workers said to be looking into creating a union. So we'll have a look at Tesla just hovering around that 200 level. Still, once again this morning, pretty active though in the pre-market. Microsoft, this is a really interesting note, essentially shifting their focus toward AI entirely and getting away from the metaverse division. That last job cut that they announced included basically all of their metaverse division. So interesting shift for Microsoft. We'll talk about that. NBC Sports hopes to make an aggressive bid to acquire the rights to the NBA, but apparently Amazon and Apple are both in the works or in the midst as well. There's that story when it comes to Amazon this morning. There's also a note from Andy Jassy yesterday, who is doubling down on their grocery business once again. Ford making more cuts over in Europe as well. Some job cuts coming through. Ford back to the upside after a big day yesterday. 2 days in a row, Ford on the watch list this morning. Grab that. Use that QR code at the bottom of the screen right now. Big day ahead, guys. CPI coming up at 8:30. We're on live at 8:25. See you shortly on TraderTV.Live.